The yogis say that there's a universal sound all around us, all the time. It permeates the universe. It's the sound that created the universe. When we say Om, from that one sound, of whatever sound it was, ah, that sound created everything. The sound reverberated, it manifested in the physical objects, and planets, stars, people, all manifested from the sound current, the nada. Nada is a word that means sound or the sound current. And the Nada Yoga was using specifically sound itself to obtain enlightenment. Mantra was very big, spoken out loud, silent mantra, but also musical instruments, imitating the sounds that were heard in deep meditation. When yogis would meditate very deeply, they would meditate. Well, first of all, they start meditating on the outside sounds. They'd meditate near the waterfall. They could hear the waterfall. The waterfall over time would be a meditation. They would hear the wind blowing through the trees. They would hear the waves of the ocean coming on the beach. And they would let themselves be absorbed in those natural sounds around them. Then over time, they discovered they could also use instruments like a flute or a drum or a stringed instrument to make sounds and be absorbed in those sounds, like meditation, like the inner sounds. So there was a discovery that sound itself could take us very, very deep into an altered state of reality and consciousness that was really the essence of who we were, pure sound, because really everyone is mostly sound. We all exist because of sound. All the yoga practices are really sound-based. Everything is based on sound. The vibrations, pure vibration of sound. So by explicitly working with sound in the practice of yoga, we can really affect that deep level of healing. And the Gong Nidra, Gong Yoga Nidra, it uses gong as a primary source of sound. Now, if we were really into that practice and we had years to do it, we could just use the silent sounds inside ourselves and hear those sounds that exist in each of us. You can meditate on the sounds already inside you, that exist already inside you, and go deep in that place of healing. But let's make it easier on ourselves. Let's find a way to get there in a way that allows us to use external sound, in this case, the sound of the gong. The gong is such a powerful sound generator. It seems to be the closest thing we have to what we call that universal sound. So how did this come about? Well, I'm sure it came about in many ways. Let me tell you my discovery of it. My wife and I were yoga teachers for many years, and we did what was called Yoga Nidra. That's been around for a while. It was originally brought to the Western world through the Bihar School of Yoga. There's a book called Yoga Nidra that we discovered and used way back when. And we found that it was a very powerful way to get people into relaxation. So when we do our yoga class, we'd have relaxation at the end, and people love the relaxation. They thought, this is the best part of the class, is relaxation. And so the Nidra was a way to guide people through a process of 30 minutes to an hour, guiding people into a very deep, relaxed state, much deeper than you get from just simply relaxing, but deep relaxation, powerful relaxation. And we started using it a lot back in 1994 because the Nidra with the yoga was just an incredible combination if you have the time to do that. And because we were teaching, relaxation, and we've also trained the gong, we said, let's just put the gong with this relaxation stuff. Let's put the gong with the Nidra. And why not? Why wouldn't we do that? Why wouldn't you do that? Because we knew the gong by itself was creating deep relaxation. We could just play the gong at the end of a class and people would go so deep with that sound, just playing the gong. So we discovered, the gong itself, by itself, independent of a voice, is creating relaxation. So why don't we put all this together? The yoga, the gong, the therapy, the healing, the relaxation, and let's call it Gong Nidra, Gong Yoga Nidra. So this is where this came from. Now, I'm sure probably other people have probably discovered this on their own. It's not like, it's something new that I made up. If you've been playing the gong very much, you know that most of your gong playing comes from your intuition. It comes from self-discovery. There's a point people can teach you things, and after that point, the gong teaches you. So I feel like, in my case, the gong was teaching me this. I was open to it, and I wanted to structure it and share it with people because it's such a profound experience to use the gong with Nidra.